What's up YouTube, Dave from Zephyr Games, bringing you day number 5 of our 7 days of Dark Magician or Dark Magician deck building week. Basically what I've been doing this whole entire week is taking you through 7 different anti-meta and meta decks that operate really well with the Dark Magician deck itself. This Dark Magician deck here of 21 cards has been staple. These have not changed this entire week. If you have missed any, by all means go back and check them out. Day number 1, was the Invoked engine. Number 2 was the Virus engine, number 3 was the Fusion engine, and most recently number 4 was the Wind Witch Artifact engine. Day number 5 today is the Draco engine, and day number 6 and 7 will have obviously the Card of the Demise version and the Pendulum version. So, without further ado, I'm going to take you through the Dark Magician Draco version. So, I kind of thought about adding Masterpiece just into the deck as a whole. Because of the amount of times that I would have additional circles, because the circles don't stack, there was no real reason to have multiple versions. So I thought about putting a Masterpiece in, and then I realised the better and more consistent way would be to put in a Draco engine to kind of search it out and use and abuse the way I can. So, without further ado, I'm going to take you first of all through the standard Dark Magician lineup, and that is of course triple Dark Magician. This is the exact same for all the previous videos, so for those of you that have watched them, you can fast forward a little bit, or I'm just going to speed through these now, with triple Rod, double Apprentice Illusion, 1 Magician of Dark Illusion, and 1 Blue Boy. Now these are the base minimum staple cards, which I say you should be playing at these ratio at minimum, without taking the camera out. Triple Dark Magical Circle, double Secrets, double Knowledge, 1 Illusion Magic, 1 Inheritance, and 1 Monster Reborn. And then for our track lineup, we play double Eternal Soul and triple Magician's Navigation. Again, straightforward and staple on those. They have not changed since day 1. So, now onto the Draco engine to kind of show you what the Dracos can do and provide to this deck. Obviously, we already play a couple of continuous spells with like double Eternal Soul, Dark Magical Circle, and then of course when you combine them off nicely with a Masterpiece that can be immune by both spells and traps, it means losing your Eternal Soul is not going to be the end of the world. We've then got Majesty Maidens that can help search you out your Masterpiece, and the 1 Ignis Heat, they can help search you out your spells. You can, if you want to, bump up the Masterpiece for a bit more consistency, but you don't need to. We've got the 1 Wind True King. This is just to end up giving you a double search off of your diagram should you need to. Now, of course, we play the triple Dragonic diagram because this is very important in the deck. That's kind of what allows your Draco engine to be operational and consistent, and then we play double Terraforming off the back of that as well. So it kind of gives you the ability to move around a little bit and use and abuse the way you need to. Then we've got, of course, triple True Draco Heritage. This is the most important one. This gives you the additional Tribute Zone, which means you can use Dark Magician's Rod. Rod searches your circle, or whatever you need it to be. And, of course, you've got the Heritage that can then tribute off the Rod and Heritage itself to give itself a Masterpiece on board. Or, of course, can just get one of your Ignis Heats or your Majesty Maidens on board. And then, of course, if you do tribute or destroy any of your other Draco stuff, you can then get additional draws. We've also got 2 Disciples for the recyclability. You can cut this down to 1 should you need to. Double Apocalypse, because I think it's incredibly powerful, especially in damage calculation, to destroy and kind of remove from the ability and deal with your opponent's high attack issued monsters, and then allow your Dark Magicians to beat over them. And then of course the 1 Return to start cycling these back and then combo off with your Apocalypse, so you can just kind of circle 3 of these cards around over and over again until you've pretty much got your game on board, and then your opponent doesn't want to get rid of them because then you're just going to pop monsters. So it can also help deal with back row and 4 row that kind of pose threats to your Dark Magician. Now the extra deck has returned to its staple abilities, so these can be Reaper targets if you want, but of course we've got the 1 number 42 Tomahawk, 1 Ibon High, 2 Ibon Illusions, Red Eyes Flare, Big Eye, Breaksword, Naruto, Gaia Saber, the Prophecy to deal with more back row, not you need it, number 28 Titanic Moth, and then of course our link monsters, we've got the 1 Akessic, the 1 Decode, the 1 Link Spider, and the 1 Underclock Taker. Now again, these are very staple. These adapt depending on the additional engine you play, but for this one you don't really need to rely on it too heavily. You can, of course, if you want to, get rid of some of the Draco monsters, but you mainly want them on board for the tribute fodder. But of course you can use, for example, like your Red Eyes Flare, burn your opponent, then get rid of it during your opponent's turn for one of your true Draco monsters, or of course you can do the same for a Norito or a Breaksword should any of them become dead. But that is it for the deck profile. Again, very short and very simple videos that are just here to show you the other engines and what kind of ratios I would play of those engines that can help the consistency or just go hand in hand with the Dark Magicians. Now, the Draco engine is very nice because it does provide you the beaters and protection that your Dark Magicians require, especially when your circle's in grave. Your Masterpiece can then use and abuse that while they're there to get the most out of it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope this helps, hope to give you an idea. Please check out our other days of Dark Magician, just so you can kind of see what other options are available to you should you want to try something a little bit different with your Dark Magician deck. Now, tomorrow, our day number 6, I will be bringing you the Card of Demise version. So this is more about the back row, less about the hand traps, more about going first, which is why it's a bit more specific. But we'll show you what we've got and show you how it operates and go from there. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. Till tomorrow, guys. As always, happy dueling. Also, YouTube, thanks for watching that video. I hope you liked it. If you did, hit that like button. And of course, don't forget to hit that big red subscribe button in the bottom left-hand corner and the notification bell so you don't miss out on anything. We've got more deck profiles, duels, pack openings, and many more Yu-Gi-Oh videos coming up for you all year round. So don't forget to stay tuned for all of that. Thanks, and as always, guys, happy dueling.